The world's most important technology is smaller than your fingertip.
A tiny object smaller than a fingernail quietly powers modern civilization. Most people never see it, yet almost every moment of their day depends on it.
Every text message, online purchase, and video call begins with billions of microscopic switches working at incredible speed. Without semiconductors, phones go silent. Computers stop. Modern life freezes. But how did something so small become so important? The answer reveals the hidden engine of the modern world.
This is the story of the technology civilization cannot function without.
The first thing many people touch every morning is powered by semiconductors. Their smartphone is really a collection of tiny chips.
Those chips process images, sounds, messages, and location data in fractions of a second.
Your alarm clock, smartwatch, and wireless earbuds all depend on the same invisible technology.
Even making coffee often involves semiconductor-controlled systems.
Behind ordinary routines lies extraordinary computing power. Modern cars contain hundreds of chips. Many are now computers on wheels. From braking systems to navigation, semiconductors help keep people moving safely.
Inside hospitals around the world, semiconductors quietly help save lives every single day. They power MRI scanners that reveal hidden diseases, heart monitors that track vital signs, and advanced surgical systems that assist doctors during critical procedures. When seconds matter, tiny chips process enormous amounts of information instantly. Most patients never think about them. Yet modern medicine would look completely different without semiconductor technology. Every time someone taps a credit card, sends money online, or buys something with a smartphone, semiconductors spring into action. Deep inside secure data centers, billions of transactions are verified, encrypted, and processed every day. The global financial system depends on speed, accuracy, and trust. Behind every digital payment is an invisible network powered by chips that never stop working. The hidden reality is astonishing. Semiconductors aren't confined to laboratories or technology companies. They exist in homes, schools, hospitals, factories, airports, and farms. They control machines, connect people, and manage information. Modern life has become so dependent on them that most people rarely notice their presence until something stops working. Thousands of miles away from the devices we use every day, some of the world's most advanced factories operate around the clock. These facilities are responsible for creating the tiny chips that power civilization. Their production process is so precise that even microscopic contamination can ruin an entire batch. What happens inside these factories is one of the greatest engineering achievements in human history. In semiconductor fabrication plants, cleanliness reaches almost unimaginable levels. The air is filtered constantly to remove particles invisible to the human eye. Workers wear specialized suits to prevent contamination. A single speck of dust can be larger than some of the microscopic structures being built onto modern chips. Precision here isn't important, it is everything. The machines used to manufacture semiconductors are among the most sophisticated ever created. They use light, chemistry, robotics, and nanotechnology to carve billions of tiny transistors onto silicon wafers. These structures are measured in billionths of a meter. At this scale, engineers are essentially shaping the building blocks of the digital age. Creating a semiconductor chip requires years of research, billions of dollars in investment, and some of the brightest minds on Earth. Every generation becomes smaller, faster, and more powerful than the last. The factories that make them represent the cutting edge of human innovation. Few industries combine science, engineering, and manufacturing at such an extraordinary level. Because semiconductors are so important, countries around the world view chip production as a strategic priority. Governments invest heavily in research, manufacturing facilities, and supply chains. Access to advanced semiconductors can influence economic growth, technological leadership, and even national security. In many ways, the future of nations is increasingly tied to their ability to secure chip technology. The world's largest technology companies rely on a constant flow of semiconductors. Every smartphone, laptop, gaming console, and cloud service depends on them. If chip production slows down, innovation slows down as well. Behind every new breakthrough consumers enjoy lies a complex network of semiconductor designers, manufacturers, and suppliers. Global communication would be impossible without semiconductors. Every phone call, text message, video stream, and internet search travels through systems powered by advanced chips. They manage data, route information, and keep billions of people connected across vast distances. The digital world exists because semiconductors make it possible.
High above the clouds, commercial aircraft rely on semiconductor-powered systems to navigate safely through the sky. Pilots use sophisticated displays and sensors that process enormous amounts of information in real time. Weather conditions, flight paths, fuel efficiency, and safety systems all depend on advanced computing power. Modern aviation would not exist without it. Global trade depends on an enormous logistics network that spans oceans and continents. Ships, ports, warehouses, and transportation systems all rely on semiconductors to track goods and coordinate operations. Every product arriving at a store shelf likely traveled through dozens of semiconductor-controlled systems before reaching its destination. Even agriculture has entered the digital age. Farmers use semiconductor-powered sensors, drones, and satellite systems to monitor crops with remarkable accuracy. These technologies help improve yields, reduce waste, and manage resources more efficiently. Feeding billions of people increasingly depends on intelligent systems driven by advanced chips. Scientific discovery has accelerated dramatically thanks to semiconductor technology. Researchers use powerful computers to analyze data, model complex systems, and explore questions that were once impossible to answer. From medical breakthroughs to climate research, semiconductors help scientists push the boundaries of human knowledge. Cities are becoming smarter every year. Traffic systems adapt in real time. Utility networks monitor energy consumption. Public transportation becomes more efficient. Behind these improvements are countless semiconductor-powered devices working together to manage urban life. As populations grow, these technologies become increasingly important. Space exploration represents one of humanity's greatest ambitions. Every satellite, rover, telescope, and spacecraft relies on semiconductors to operate in some of the harshest environments imaginable. They help scientists study distant planets, monitor Earth's climate, and expand our understanding of the universe. Artificial intelligence has emerged as one of the most transformative technologies of the modern era. But AI systems require extraordinary computing power. The advanced chips driving AI can perform trillions of calculations every second, enabling machines to recognize patterns, generate content, and solve increasingly complex problems. When viewed together, the picture becomes clear. Communication, transportation, healthcare, finance, research, agriculture, and space exploration all share a common foundation. The connected world we know today depends on semiconductor technology. Without it, much of modern civilization would simply not function. Semiconductors are not only technological marvels, they are economic powerhouses. The industry generates hundreds of billions of dollars in value every year and supports countless businesses across the globe. From design firms to manufacturing facilities, entire sectors exist because semiconductor technology continues to advance. Millions of people earn their livelihoods through semiconductor-related industries. Engineers design chips, technicians operate complex machinery, researchers develop new technologies, Factory workers manufacture components. Behind every semiconductor is an enormous workforce helping to build the future. Some of the world's most valuable companies were built on semiconductor innovation. Their products shape how people communicate, work, learn, and entertain themselves. Competition drives constant improvement, pushing companies to create faster, smaller, and more efficient chips with every generation. If this documentary changed the way you see the world around you, share it with someone who uses technology every day. Leave your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more cinematic documentaries, and follow for the next story that shapes our world.